Hello friends, welcome back to SS Coins History. Here's a detailed breakdown in long-form script covering the Liberty quarter dollar coins from 1979, 1980, 1989, and the Sacagawea, often misheard or misspelled as sewage, dollar coin from 2000. The Liberty quarter dollar from these years is part of the Washington Quarter series, first minted in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Obverse, front. George Washington's bust, designed by John Flanagan, based on a 1786 bust by Jean-Antoine Houdon. Inscription: Liberty, in God we trust. Year of minting. Reverse, back. The heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows with two olive branches below, used from 1932 to 1998. Inscription: United States of America, a pluribus unum, quarter dollar. These years, 1979, 1980, and 1989, were before the State Quarters program, which began in 1999. The first step, the 1979 Liberty quarter dollar, is part of the United States Washington Quarter series, which has a rich and complex history. Although sometimes referred to colloquially as a Liberty quarter, its official designation is the Washington Quarter, first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Characteristics of the 1979 Washington Quarter, often referred to in numismatic and casual circles as a Liberty quarter, due to the prominent inscription of the word liberty on the obverse, is a fascinating piece of modern American coinage. It sits at the crossroads between two significant chapters in U.S. minting: the enduring legacy of George Washington's image on U.S. coinage, and the prelude to the modernization of U.S. coin designs in the late 20th century. The Washington Quarter was first minted in 1932, designed by John Flanagan to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Originally intended as a one-year commemorative coin, its popularity and symbolic value led to its permanent adoption as the nation's quarter dollar. The year 1979 is not a major transitional year for the Washington Quarter series, unlike 1975 to 76 for the bicentennial or 1999 for the state quarters, but it represents a time when the U.S. Mint was standardizing modern minting techniques. This period marks the continued use of the clad composition, copper-nickel over a pure copper core, first introduced in 1965 to replace silver coinage, increased minting production to meet the demands of a going U.S. economy. Designer: John Flanagan. 1932 design. Portrait: George Washington facing left, Liberty, prominent at the top, in God we trust, to the left, date, 1979, centered at the bottom. Heraldic eagle with wings spread. This reverse design was standard from 1932 until it was retired in 1998. Just before the 1999 State Quarters program. The 1979 Washington Quarter was struck at 3 different mints, identifiable by mint marks: mint mark location mintage numbers, approx. Philadelphia, none Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 515-708,000 Denver D. Denver, Colorado 489-789-780, San Francisco SS San Francisco, California 3-77-175, proof only. Each mint played a role in supplying different parts of the United States: Philadelphia, East Coast and national distribution; Denver, West and Central states; San Francisco, primarily for proof coins, made for collectors, not circulation. Circulated 1979 quarters are common. Their value is generally equivalent to face value unless they have rare mint errors, e.g. double die, off-center strikes. They are in extremely fine condition, XF, or above, where numismatic interest starts. Wear on Washington's cheek and hair, dull surfaces and loss of luster, minor nicks and scratches. Value in 2025, 0.25, 0.50, depending on condition. Coins in uncirculated or mint state MS condition show no signs of wear and retain original mint luster. These are collected in grades MS 60 to MS 68+, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. Grade value, approx. MS60.01, 2 MS65.05, 15 MS67.30, 60 MS68, 100 plus. Rare, these are collector's coins not meant for circulation. Produced using polished dies and blanks, they have mirror-like surfaces and frosted devices. 79 S, Type 1. Proof. Filled S, mint mark, common, 1979 S, Type 2. Proof. Clear S, mint mark, scarcer, more valuable. Value of 1979 S. Proof quarters, Type 1. 2.5 Type 2. $15–40 depending on condition and certification. While most 1979 quarters are common, collectors do seek out rare varieties and errors, includins. These can significantly increase value, with some errors selling for $100–500 plus, depending on rarity and condition. While the 1979 quarter is not a rare coin, high-grade examples, full strike details, and proof coins, especially Type 2, are collectible. It also plays a part in complete date and mint sets for Washington quarters. For beginners, collecting a full PDS set of 1979 quarters, including both proof types, offers a low-cost educational entry into coin collecting. The 1979 Washington Liberty Quarter is more than just a piece of everyday change. It represents a continuation of a storied American tradition, the honoring of the nation's first president through currency. Though not a rare coin in the numismatic world, its many variations, mint origins, and the subtle artistry of its design still capture the attention of collectors and historians alike. Whether found in circulation, preserved in mint state, or shining from a collector's proof set, the 1979 quarter remains a tangible link to America's modern coinage legacy. Would you like a printable version, a collector's checklist, or help identifying your specific 1979 quarters type or condition from a photo? Liberty Quarter Dollar Coin from 1980. The Liberty Quarter Dollar Coin from 1980 is part of the United States' long-running Washington Quarter series. Commonly referred to as a Washington Quarter, the coin bears the iconic image of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Although collectors often call it a Liberty Quarter due to the word liberty prominently displayed on the obverse, its official designation remains the Washington Quarter. First introduced in 1932, the Washington Quarter was initially released to commemorate the 200th birthday of. The design replaced the standing Liberty Quarter, which was minted from 1916 to 1930. Sculptor John Flanagan designed both sides of the coin, and his original work continued with slight modifications through 1998. By 1980, the Washington Quarter had been in continuous production for nearly 50 years. In 1980, the coin still featured obverse, a bust of George Washington facing left with the inscriptions, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date, 1980. Reverse. A heraldic eagle with outstretched wings clutching a bundle of arrows above two olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. The inscriptions include United States of America, A Pluribus Unum, and Quarter Dollar. The 1980 Washington Quarter was minted at 3 different facilities. Mint location, Mint Mark Mintage, Philadelphia. No Mint Mark 635 832,000 Denver D518 327 487 San Francisco S3 5554 806 proof only. Philadelphia, no Mint Mark, produced the highest number of 1980 quarters for general circulation. Denver, D quarters are also common and used for everyday transactions. San Francisco, S, minted proof coins specifically for collectors, not for general circulation. Feature details: diameter 24, 3 mm thickness 1.75, weight 5.67 grams. Composition: outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. Edge-reeded designer John Flanagan. Note: the coin is not silver. By 1980, silver had long been removed from general circulation quarters, since 1965. The 1980 Washington quarters were produced for massive circulation as part of the U.S. Mint's regular coinage. Key points. The majority of 1980 quarters have seen extensive use and display visible wear. These coins are still encountered in everyday transactions across the U.S. Typical circulated coins are worth face value, 25 cents, unless there is a minting error or other unusual feature. Coins that have never entered circulation are considered uncirculated or in mint state MS condition. These coins show no wear, have full luster, and may have slight imperfections from mint handling. Grade description value. Approx MS60 to MS63 basic uncirculated condition 1. 2 MS64 to MS66 better strike, minimal marks 3. 8 MS67 or higher, exceptional strike, brilliant, appearance 25. 200 plus value depends on strike quality, luster, and eye appeal. Coins graded by services like PCGS or NGC may fetch higher prices, specially made with polished dies for collectors. Have mirror-like fields and frosted details, usually stored carefully, so they remain in PR65 to P70 condition. Values range from $2 to $10, depending on grade and market demand. While the 1980 quarters are not known for rare varieties, collectors still watch for off-center strikes double dies, especially on date or lettering. Clipped planches missing clad layer, exposing copper core. Some of these errors can raise the coin's value significantly, sometimes reaching $50 to $200 plus, depending on severity and eye appeal. The 1980 quarter holds modest numismatic value, but it's popular for completing Washington quarter sets mint mark variety collections, learning about clad-era coins because of its relatively recent age and high mintage. It is not considered rare. However, MS67 or PR70 examples with official grading are always in demand among serious collectors. While the 1980 Liberty Washington quarter may appear to be a common coin, it represents an enduring legacy of American coinage. As part of everyday commerce, it has helped millions of Americans exchange goods and services. And for numismatists, it serves as an accessible and valuable entry into the world of modern U.S. coin collecting. Whether you're examining a coin from your change jar or seeking a pristine uncirculated example, the 1980 quarter is a small but tangible piece of American history. If you'd like help identifying a specific quarter you own, including condition or possible value, feel free to upload a photo of it. 1989 Liberty Quarter Dollar Coin. The 1989 Liberty Quarter Dollar Coin, officially part of the Washington Quarter series, is a remarkable example of American numismatic tradition. While not particularly rare or unique at first glance, it represents a continuation of a series that dates back to the Great Depression and captures the legacy of the United States in both symbolic and monetary forms. The Washington Quarter was first issued in 1932, commemorating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, it replaced the standing Liberty Quarter. Initially intended as a one-year commemorative issue, it was so well received that it became a permanent fixture in U.S. coinage. By 1989, the Washington Quarter had already been in circulation for 57 years. That year's coinage did not bring a design change, but it marked a continuation of an enduring legacy and featured elements that reflect the cultural and economic context of the late 1980s. Portrait of George Washington, facing left, designed by John Flanagan, based on a bust by French sculptor Jean-Antoine Houdon. Inscriptions: Liberty at the top in God We Trust on the left side, the year 1989. At the bottom features a bald eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows and surrounded by olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. Inscriptions: United States of America pluribus. Unum quarter dollar. This design remained unchanged until the state quarters program began in 1999. In 1989, the Washington Quarter was minted at Denver Mint, D. San Francisco Mint, S. for proof coins only. Philadelphia, no mint mark. 12 audited 68,000 Denver, D. 896 535,000 San Francisco, S. Proof. 3,220 479 combined. Over 1.4 billion quarters were minted in 1989, making it a highly circulated year with no low mintage anomalies. Metal composition, outer layers, 75% copper, 5% nickel core, 100% copper total composition, copper nickel. Clad weight, 5.67 grams diameter, 24-26 mm edge. Reeded, 119 reeds. Note: the silver content was removed from circulating quarters in 1965, so the 1989 quarter contains no silver. The majority of 1989 quarters have seen regular use. Coins in circulated condition typically show signs of wear, flattened details, especially on Washington's hair or eagle's feathers, surface scratches dulling of luster value, usually face value, 25C, though slightly higher for coins in very fine to extremely fine condition. Coins that have never been used in circulation appear clean, bright, and sharply struck. Graded from MS60 to MS70 by numismatic grading services, MS60 to MS64. Common. Value: 1 more 3 MS65 and above. Scarcer. Value can reach $10-25 or more depending on strike and luster. Special collector coins, not meant for circulation. Highly polished dies and planchets give mirror-like surfaces, encased in hard plastic when issued. Value: for $10, depending on grade and whether it's a deep cameo, DCAM proof. While the 1989 quarter is not considered rare, collectors do seek high-grade uncirculated examples, proof coins from San Francisco Mint errors such as off-center strikes, double dies-clipped planchets. These errors can fetch premium prices, especially when certified by grading agencies like PCGS or NGC. 1989 was a pivotal year globally, with the fall of the Berlin Wall, the end of the year